They were called one of the 5 civilized tribes. They had their own government, their own courts, their own written laws. And when the U.S. government came to remove them from their homeland, they did something no other tribe had done. They negotiated the best removal deal in American history. They protected their people. They survived with their culture intact. And today, the Chickasaw Nation is one of the wealthiest and most powerful Native American governments in the entire United States. This is not a story of defeat. This is a story of survival, strategy, and one of the greatest comebacks in American history. This is the story of the Chickasaw Nation. The Chickasaw, who called themselves Chikashsha, were one of the most feared warrior nations in the American Southeast. Their homeland stretched across what is now northern Mississippi, Tennessee, and parts of Alabama and Kentucky, a landscape of rolling hills, dense forests, and rich river valleys. But what made the Chickasaw truly remarkable was not just their military power. It was the combination of military strength and extraordinary strategic intelligence. The Chickasaw were never conquered, not by the Spanish, not by the French, not by the British, not by anyone. In 1736, the French, who controlled much of the Mississippi Valley, decided the Chickasaw needed to be destroyed. They launched 2 major military campaigns against them, with massive forces supported by allied Native American nations. The Chickasaw defeated both campaigns. The French, one of the most powerful military forces in North America, tried twice to destroy the Chickasaw. Twice they failed. After the second defeat, the French essentially abandoned their plans to dominate the Mississippi Valley. The Chickasaw had stopped a European empire. Their warriors were legendary. Chickasaw men were trained from childhood to be soldiers. Their tactics, swift, aggressive, and disciplined, made them one of the most effective fighting forces on the continent. But the Chickasaw were also master diplomats. They formed alliances with the British, trading deerskins for guns, using those guns to maintain their independence against French and Spanish pressure. They played European powers against each other with remarkable skill. For over 150 years, the Chickasaw remained completely independent. No European power ever conquered them. In 1830, Andrew Jackson signed the Indian Removal Act. The Chickasaw faced the same pressure as every other southeastern nation: leave or be destroyed. But the Chickasaw responded differently. They negotiated. While other nations resisted, appealed to courts, and were forcibly marched, the Chickasaw leadership made a cold, calculated decision. They could not win a military conflict with the United States. They could not win in American courts, but they could negotiate the terms of their removal. And negotiated they did, with extraordinary skill. The Chickasaw demanded and received payment for their homeland. They insisted on being removed as a nation, not as individuals. They negotiated the right to bring their property, their livestock, and their enslaved people with them. They secured financial agreements that gave the Chickasaw Nation resources to rebuild in Oklahoma. It was not surrender, it was strategy. The Chickasaw removal, which took place between 1837 and 1838, was still devastating. People died on the road, families suffered, the journey was brutal. But compared to the Cherokee Trail of Tears, where thousands died in the worst conditions imaginable, the Chickasaw removal, though painful, preserved more of their people and more of their resources. When they arrived in Oklahoma, the Chickasaw had money, they had livestock, they had the foundation to rebuild. And rebuild they did. In Oklahoma, the Chickasaw established a new nation. They wrote a constitution, they built schools, they established courts, they created a government that functioned, even as the U.S. government tried to undermine it at every turn. The Chickasaw Nation in Oklahoma became one of the most organized and prosperous Native American governments in the country. But then came the Dawes Act of 1887, the same policy that devastated the Creek, the Cherokee, and every other southeastern nation. Chickasaw communal land was broken up into individual allotments. Millions of acres were open to white settlers. Oklahoma statehood in 1907 effectively dissolved the Chickasaw government. For decades, the Chickasaw Nation existed in name only. Their government was suppressed, their land was gone, their people lived in poverty. But they never gave up. In 1970, the U.S. government passed the Principal Chiefs Act, allowing Native American nations to elect their own leaders again. The Chickasaw Nation began to rebuild for the second time. Under the leadership of Governor Overton James and later the extraordinary Governor Bill Onatabi, who has led the nation since 1987, the Chickasaw Nation transformed itself into one of the most successful Native American governments in American history. They built businesses, hospitals, schools, cultural centers. They invested in their people with a discipline and vision that was nothing short of remarkable. Today, the Chickasaw Nation is an economic powerhouse. They operate over 100 businesses across Oklahoma, including hotels, casinos, smoke shops, and manufacturing facilities. Their annual revenue exceeds $1 billion. They are one of the largest employers in Oklahoma. They provide their citizens with health care, education, housing assistance, and cultural programs. They have invested hundreds of millions of dollars in improving the lives of their people. From forced removal, from allotment, from the deliberate destruction of their government, the Chickasaw built a billion-dollar nation. The official motto of the Chickasaw Nation is Unconquered and Unconquerable. They earned that motto. The French tried to destroy them twice. The Chickasaw won both times. The U.S. government forcibly removed them from their homeland. The Chickasaw negotiated the best deal possible and rebuilt. The Dawes Act stripped them of their land. The Chickasaw rebuilt again. Their language, Chikashsha, was nearly extinct by the 19th century. Today, it is actively being revived. Language classes, immersion programs, online resources. Young Chickasaw are learning the words of their ancestors. Their stomp dances, their traditional foods, their ceremonies, all alive, all thriving. The Chickasaw were never defeated, not by France, not by Britain, not by the United States. They are still here, unconquered and unconquerable. The Chickasaw Nation survived everything: colonial invasion, forced removal, land theft, and government suppression, and came back stronger every single time. Their story is not just a Native American story. It is a story about what happens when a people refuse, absolutely refuse, to give up. If this story moved you, share this video so more people can know the truth about the Chickasaw Nation. Follow the page for more untold stories of Native American history, and tell me in the comments which Native American tribe do you want to see next.